Welcome to episode 77 of The Weekender. I'm your host, Brandon Roberts, along here with my co-host, Chris Bishop. Now over to you.
I'm so glad you're back.
Me too.
I forgot what you looked like. You were gone so long.
You did not.
I did not. No, I saw you every day on Zoom meetings. So
yeah, we met every day. I had to make sure you were working.
Yeah.
So, no, it was a good little
Those
trip.
backgrounds can really be deceiving, can't
Right? You thought I was in Costa Rica.
they? How was your trip?
It was awesome. It was great. I love to take a break every quarter, kind of analyze where you are in business and kind of set out the goals for the next quarter. And yeah, so it was nice.
No, I think
I
that's
didn't even
great.
want to come back.
Hey, so because you did travel out of the country during the pandemic or the end of it, hopefully, anything strange or weird versus when you traveled before?
Yeah, so leaving the country, going into Costa Rica, you had to have travel insurance, and that's just in case you get sick down there. But it costs about $30 for about 14 days.
Wasn't that the theme to Airplane 2? Was
Yeah.
the travel insurance?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the coming back into the country, you had to have a COVID test, and that was a little more expensive. That was $125.
Wow. Okay.
I tried to
And
get
you got
it
the results right, like pretty quickly.
within a couple of days. Yeah,
Wow.
but I tried to bribe him, have him give me a positive test, so he
So you
couldn't
could
get out of the
stay.
country. But he said, "No, you're leaving." So here I am.
Well, very cool. We're glad you're back. We had a great time on the show. I had a couple of very special guests. I had Vandana and Tyson on last week's episode, and they did a good job. Before that, we had Dave Tina Sr., and it was really cool.
Yeah, I did see that. That was nice.
And even Tom helped out on the show, so we kept it going. Not just his shirt, but Tom himself.
Not just the sponsor?
Yeah, not just the sponsor. Hey, so something very cool that happened, if you guys didn't notice it, and I want to give some props to Brandon. Deluxe Magazine, whoever they are, nominated you one of the top 20 brokers in our industry.
You know what's awesome is that came out like in February.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I got all the accolades for that and all the parties and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then Tom resurrected it today, so it's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome. Well, you know, we didn't get a chance to recognize you for it, and you are a great broker, and I know the agents here at Signature really appreciate you, and obviously 1,400 people had a misconception too because they voted for you for president of the board.
Is that how it happened? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For that election, it
I
did.
thought it meant for the broker thing because I wasn't sure how that happened.
No, I got it.
Then I said something. I think I said something on the weekender when we talked about it. Rexon said I nominated you, so thank you, Rexon.
Yeah, and congratulations to her as well because she was
Yes.
nominated top agent, so very cool. We had a great sales meeting right when you got back. We had Erica Lockie. Fantastic, and Erica, thank you so much. Our agents learned a lot from it, and for any of you that want to check out her great story, we have it on our YouTube channel, and I definitely would take the time to go back through it. There were a lot of nuggets, and actually good ones.
Real nuggets.
Not like the ones you
Not
get
like
on Tom's
Thursday's
show.
nuggets. But no, she was our top producer last year,
Yeah.
and so it's interesting if you want to hear kind of her story and how she got there. Check it out.
Yeah, so one of the other things I was going to ask you, and I skipped over it, was the fact that you've actually had COVID.
Yep.
And you got over it.
Thanks,
and went
Tom.
through it. Yeah, thanks, Tom. And you traveled out of the country, and a lot of the things we've been talking about in our industry is we've had over 1 million people in the state get vaccinated, or at least started. What do you think is going to be the trend for the shot?
I think it's catching on. I think a lot of people are doing it. I'm not necessarily gonna
Rushing
run
to
out
the
and
front of
get
the line,
it.
yeah.
No. I went through it. Thank goodness it wasn't real severe for me. But yeah, I think it's making a lot more people feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And if it helps us open up, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. I've noticed going out to restaurants, as I do like to eat out. There's been a lot of people, a lot more people are out there, and I think feeling comfortable. I've talked to many friends and clients that have said because they got their rounds of shots, and we've seen a lot of people that have had side effects to the first one and have had side effects to the second, but they've all gotten over it. And so I think it is one of those things that mentally it prepares them to be outside of the house. What do you think about our industry? Do you think it's going to become commonplace for realtors to have to get it?
I don't know. I guess I've heard of a lot of realtors are getting it. So I think it's going to be a thing. And Andrew was telling me before the Shelly was telling me somebody was telling me before the show.
There are only 3 people left in the audience, folks. We're not sure who.
Even to go to a Knights game, you're going to have a vaccine. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure to get it.
For sure, and I think that traveling will probably require that you get the shot maybe in case. So if you want to go back to Costa Rica, you might have to get it.
No, Andrew and I are buying a plane.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tom will be the pilot. That's the last we'll see of Brandon and Andrew. Hey, so Janet, welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. So here's something that has been in the news lately a lot. Have you seen the NASA probe that went to Mars?
Yes.
Have you seen the photo views that come back from it?
Yes.
Why is it that those photo views are so clear, but the photos in the MLS suck so bad? Right? Have you noticed it? I mean, you can see everything, the rock that's sitting in front of it on this probe millions of light years away.
I loved when the probe was landing, there was another camera angle of the probe landing. And I don't know how they got the other camera up there, but...
It's for them to know and us to find out. All right, so a couple of other things that have been in the news. Of course, they approved $1.9 trillion in stimulus. I don't know how much more stimulus we'll get before you can't stimulate us anymore. But did you get your $1,400 yet?
No.
No.
I went to the mailbox this morning. I don't check my mail every day, but I am now.
Well, I heard they're on their way direct deposit, and it's per person in a couple now. On this one, it'll be $1,400 for each member.
Yeah, I think they pay it to you the way you pay your taxes. So
Yeah.
if you pay by check, then that's how you get it.
So the question is, in our industry, are we going to see a lot of $1,400 down payments? I mean, what do you think will happen with the stimulus
I
money?
heard the line at Louis Vuitton is very long.
Yes, yeah. $1,400 for any person in the
Yeah.
store right now.
Buy one, get one free.
No, but I think the point of this is that a lot of people out there have talked about saving for a down payment, and you know that every single one of your clients that's in the process to try and buy a home possibly has gotten $1,400 recently. And so I'm not saying be a bill collector, but it's not a bad idea to make a phone call and say, hey, have you thought about buying now?
Because we don't need any more buyers, right? We could utilize them. So the interesting on the last stimulus, I heard a lot of people put that into savings.
Yeah.
And I heard that the savings in the U.S. is higher than it has been in a long, long time.
Sure.
So I think people are being pretty frugal with it. So hopefully that puts them in a better position to buy.
I think either anything that we can do to stimulate the economy is always a good idea for real estate for sure. Except $1,400 won't cover very many payments, but there you go. We had our first state board meeting for Nevada Realtors. Brad Spires, his first meeting as chair, and it was a lot longer than my meeting, but a lot of good info.
Great meeting, Brad.
Yeah, great job, Brad. Good job. And the whole thing is, the hard part about that state board meeting, during the session, you get the update on what's going on. And so Rocky had an hour and a half update on all the things that he's doing. So
Well, and that's kind of it makes you really appreciate Rocky and his team.
it does. Yeah.
Because when you hear all the stuff that's being proposed up
Yep.
there, it's crazy, and so some of the stuff could be really out of control, and by the end of it, hopefully they've got it all reined in and it works out.
I think the important thing to say to the members out there, and I know Keith Lynham probably is listening, and hopefully he's got something to do right now. But the point is that it could have been so much worse than it's going to be. I mean, this session was going to be one of the worst we've ever been through, and I don't know a session that hasn't been one of the worst. But they were thinking about property taxes across the board. We're just going to escalate dramatically. And sales tax on services and higher transfer tax, and all that was on the table, and it still could be, but it doesn't look like, knock on something that's wood, that it's going to be like that. It's more of a conversation around landlord-tenant issues and the moratorium, and if it will continue. So can't wait to see what happens there.
Exciting stuff.
Right. Okay, let's go on to another topic that we've seen today everywhere. So Biden was getting on Air Force One, and he was heading up the steps, and unfortunately he missed a step and caught himself, missed a step, and then he went down, and everyone is going into meme craziness, right? Just like the Bernie Sanders memes. And so I think that I appreciate the fact this guy is president of the United States. He's a world leader. And how bad is it? I mean, you go up on stage at a realtor event and you just hope the worst thing that could happen is that I fall down. And
Sorry, Janet.
yeah, sorry, Janet. But
She's okay. That's why
she's
we
okay.
laugh.
She's
That's why
okay.
we laugh.
And
But nobody laughed at the time.
dead silence, and so till we knew she was okay,
I think
and then
Tom
we
tripped
were
her.
yeah. But the reason I bring it up is, in our business, it's so ego driven. And that's like the worst thing that could happen to you on a world stage, right? Is to fall down like that, and all of the heckling he's going to get for it. But
He won't remember. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Couldn't pass it up. You said it.
I know. But I think a lot of it goes to the fact that he'll recover because the ego is you got to move on, you got to move through it. And Janet, with such grace, got up from that stage and just waltzed right off. Superstar.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. And so one of the things that happened also, I feel like Johnny Carson. I've got to go on to each topic on the cue card. One of the things that happened is we had snow in Vegas while you're gone.
Yeah, I heard about that. And
Yeah.
it was like 89 degrees. I was in the pool and I was looking at all the snow pictures. What is that with all that? Every time there's a little dusting, everyone
80 degrees.
89.
89. Well, it's funny because I had a home inspection set up and I actually had to cancel it on
Up
account
in
of
the
snow.
canyon?
It was in Mount Charleston, and The agent that was setting it up, she's like, listen, we can't get up there. It's snowed out. I don't think anyone believed me on it. Hey, last thing, let's definitely talk about it is that you have some exciting news about our signature app.
Yeah, we're finally live in the App Store.
Wow.
So that's pretty good. It was a little bit of a journey to get it. We partnered with Moxtra to help develop an app. It's a communication app, and so we're slowly sending out the invites to our agents, and then hopefully they'll start using it with their clients and create a real good experience. But I'm excited because staff during the beta test, we've kind of done that, and I was able to fully function.
Completely
Costa
remotely,
Rica.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't miss any meetings. I felt connected with everyone in the offices. It was a real easy trip.
So one of the things I love about it is that you can communicate with all the parties in your transaction, your lender, your TC, your broker, your teammates. You're able to call them. You're able to video message them. And so instead of having to log into your Zoom and click the meeting notice, all that stuff, it's all done in one place. Not only that, but you can take all of the files for your transaction. You can archive them and send them at once to your file as soon as the communication's happening. So. You know what's really cool too? You can take a document and circle it in red and send it to somebody, because people have been doing that to me all week. Yeah. I don't know why.
And you can even put a little video saying, hey, fix this,
Fix
Chris.
this. Well, needless to say, it's been another great week here at Signature. Happy to have you back for episode
Happy to be
77. And definitely this week leading into April, pretty soon. Hopefully it won't snow again, but it's cold outside.
It was cold. When I got off the plane, I was like, did we land in the wrong city? It should not have been that cold, especially this time of year. So, but no, it's good to be back. It's good to see everybody, and I'm looking forward to this week's sales meeting. What do we got going on?
There's just so much going on. I think this week is one of our broker pulperies, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It is now.
It is now. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, you can watch that on YouTube. So, anything else?
Nope, that's it. That's all on my list.
Awesome. Well, my son had a birthday. Happy birthday, Tyson.
Happy
That was
birthday,
pretty
Tyson.
awesome. Yep. So, very cool. We're going to go out and celebrate his birthday tonight. So, now that he's gotten over the hangover from St. Patrick's Day. So,
Get him his Thomas the Train toy and he'll be okay.
goodbye.
I feel the change coming, it's closer every day. I feel the waters rising.